My understanding of parent alienation is that one parent intentionally keeps the children away from the other parent. It can male or female, and I guess there are different incentives, whether it's money or resentments. Because we all have resentments. Oh, you broke up with me, so you're not going to see your son today, or you're not going to see your daughter, and it does exist because I don't know if it's a syndrome or if it's, what it's labeled as, but I know from the interviews that we've had, there's an emotional drain, there's health disorders, there's psychological problems that happen when you can't see your child, or you're not, this attitude of you have to pay before you play with your kids, and you can't pay. So you go through this withdrawal of, I got to go back to work, I got to do something. And eventually these parents hit a wall and they commit suicide, or they become more addicted to substance abuses and more alcoholism, and there is a parent alienation out there. Some people say it's not a syndrome. I didn't get involved in that aspect of it, and I just grabbed the information that I thought was necessary to bring it to light, and I hope I got that, that people can learn from it.
Well, did you speak to a woman, I think, who had written a book on it? Was that what I saw?
I think we got that from an archive,
okay.
Because we thought it was interesting that was a statement she made in the film. But the one that wrote a book that I really admired, and she ended up passing away, was Dr. Jane Major, and I attended one of her classes, Breakthrough Parenting, and she was teaching parents that it wasn't their fault what was happening, and they could still be parents. Send the Christmas card, send the birthday card, do whatever you can, and in hopes that the relationship is still there. And she ended up passing away, I think, before the film was shown, but I kept her in there. Her words are powerful. She brought out the parent alienation syndrome end of it. And it was good because here's a woman that was talking about it, It wasn't that just women are doing it, that obviously men, can alienate their children as well from mothers. Their moms cry every day, if a husband is not helping out. And I think that's what it's really about. It's like, people just step back, see what's best for your child. And if the parent's unfit, a drug addict, like they said in the movie, there's some statements there. Yes, I can understand. I don't think if they're healthy and have things to offer the kid as they're growing up, they should be set aside.
Did they talk about what some of the signs were of this parental alienation syndrome? Because I found it very interesting.
I think a lot of depression. Dealing with some of the interviews, you can see that. They're just in this zone of they can't believe just what happened to them. And I'm not a doctor. I don't know the exact syndromes and things like that. I know, touching on the emotional part and feeling the pain of somebody that's going through something like that was an experience for me. It was like I could feel that. I could feel what they're going through the tears or through whatever. It was like, man, if that's parent alienation syndrome, then this person must have it, because you don't fake something like that.
Right. Yeah. Many of your interviews showed just the emotion behind it. Or even if it was just at a twinge at the end of somebody sort of cracking a little bit, but you could definitely see that. And were there some that you just felt were too much to show, and you cut them out?
That was a hard process. I did the best I can not to cut them out, because if that's what was happening to them here in tears and everything, if that person went home and was in so much pain and alone, they were contemplating something far worse than themselves, killing themselves, And so I just do the best I can, that maybe we can find some treatment and some hope here for people that are going through it.